real quick, before we start the news video, I have to thank you for 10,000 subs on this channel. And in the same weekend, and you can check it out right over here, I got 40K on my podcast or my streaming channel, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for you guys for checking me out over here and going over there. I can't thank you enough. A possible way for Mr. Repzion and Chris Hansen to defend themselves against Onision trying to shut them down. Hi, I'm Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point News. I got a DM from the DM King. Mr. at King12370, who's very much engaged over the past 2 years that I've noticed with social media stars' legal issues. He's always able to dig something up, and he also helped out Augie with the leak of the Patreon chat after Chris Hansen had visited Onision's home. Mr. DM King, I can't thank you enough for hooking me up with this. And here it is, the Anti-SLAPP Law. This is quite interesting. Now, I just got to put this out there. I'm not a lawyer, okay? I don't know. I'm going to read this, and I don't know if this pertains to orders of protection. But it's very interesting because I do feel that Onision has used these orders against Repzion and Chris Hansen to silence their criticism of him. And this law appears to be a remedy for just that. Here is the Anti-SLAPP Law. Let me give you an idea what it's about. You can use Washington Act limiting strategic lawsuits against public participation, found at Washington Code 4.2.45. You get all that stuff. To counter a SLAPP suit filed against you, the state allows you to file a special motion to strike any claim against you that is based on your public statements about an issue of public concern. The Anti-SLAPP Law allows you a stay of discovery pending hearings and motions with certain exceptions. If the court rules in your favor, it will dismiss the plaintiff's case early in litigation and award you attorney's fees, litigation costs, and $10,000 in damages. And look, from what I've gone through on this particular, and I'll put it in the description box below, if you're filing a lawsuit for the sake of filing a lawsuit, let's say you have a lot of money, right, and you could just shut somebody up by tying them up in lawsuits. This is a way around it. Of course, it costs money. It costs money. Perhaps Chris Hansen could use this, but I don't know if Repzion can, because you do have to hire a lawyer, and if you lose, you're out you are out the fees that you had to pay the attorney. But if you win, your attorney's going to be paid, and $10K will be awarded to you. If I had to guess, and I think it's a pretty good guess, this may be a consideration for Chris, Mr. Repzion, after the judge rules on this order of protection. The order of protection is completely ridiculous. It's not even a legal action, so I don't know if anti-SLAPP pertains to it, because it's just something you go down to the courthouse and fill out yourself. Onision didn't go to any lawyers. My guess is he can't afford them. And nobody wants to get tied up, and because look at it this way. Whenever there's a lawsuit, the House wins. And the House is the lawyers and the judges. They always win, no matter what. You can actually, in American courts, win and still lose. And that's a terrible problem in our system. I wish they had what they had here in Germany, and I think in the UK as well. It's loser pay. So if you initiate a lawsuit, you got to cover the other person's legal fees. So you got to think good and hard before you sue somebody, as opposed to the sue-happy United States. This is a variation of that. And I really like it. I'm glad they say Washington's a progressive state, but this is actually quite progressive, and it could allow, companies from shutting you down. It could allow somebody just has simply more money from shutting you down. And it could be used in this case, possibly. I'll look into some lawyers, but I guess my only, I'm not so sure it could be used in something like an order of protection or a restraining order or something like that. I don't know if it counts. It might have to be an actual lawsuit. When I scroll down here, if you win your motion to strike under Washington's anti-SLAPP statute, the court will dismiss the lawsuit or parts are parts of the lawsuit found to be SLAPPs, and you will be entitled to receive attorney's fees, court costs, and automatic statutory damage of $10,000. The court may also find the section, the court also may, the court may also sanction the plaintiff or the plaintiff's attorney. Obviously, what a SLAPP lawsuit is, it's a BS lawsuit. So if you could prove the lawsuit was just done for the sake of doing it and didn't really serve that person's interests other than silencing his opponent, and it's based on public statements. And by the way, Chris and Repzion's YouTube videos are public statements. Let's call it what it is. That this maybe the order of protection be considered a SLAPP. Again, I got to be very clear with you. I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I don't know if the SLAPP lawsuit applies in this particular case. I don't know if it applies for restraining orders, but it's very interesting to find out if, and because I feel, and I think many others feel, this is a way for Onision to keep avoiding criticism. And this could potentially protect any alleged victims of Onision if they decide to sue them and they happen to be in the state of Washington. This could be very effective. I hope, I really like to learn a lot more about this law. I might even take some time because this seems like something Americans could really use, not just in the state of Washington. But yeah, this is really interesting, and I thought I'd bring it to you. And nothing would make you happier. I know people come in here because they just love Onision so much, to know that at least Onision might be down $10K. That's why you come, isn't it? Leave a like, put a comment. Thank you very much, and thank you for 10,000 subs.